Hi, our viewers. My name is Henry Fan. I am a computer science and humanities student at San Jose State University. I'm just finishing up my first year after spending about 3.5 years at Foothill Community College. And I would like to introduce to you Katherine.
Hi, everyone. I'm Katherine. I am the program coordinator for the Teaching and Learning Center. I was an English major when I was an undergraduate. I also study education and critical race theory, and I'm so excited to be doing this video with Henry.
Yes, me too. Maybe we can begin by going a little bit deeper into our stories and how we became the people that we are today.
Let's see. I think a big part of this has to do with my realization when I was an undergrad that I wasn't quite as good of a writer as I thought I was. My career path and my decision to go into writing instruction and also writing tutoring centers was because I had really transformative experiences when I was an undergrad. I remember writing my first paper as a freshman in college, and I thought I had done such a great job. And then I got my paper back and I saw the grade and I also saw the feedback, and my professor had actually written in red ink. And I was completely devastated because I had put so much into that paper. But I was really fortunate because I had friends who were willing to spend the time to talk with me about my paper, about my ideas, helping me to see that it wasn't that I had written a bad paper, it was that I had really great ideas. I just could have talked about them in different ways. So they helped me to see that, and then I became a writing tutor. And that just totally changed my life. I started meeting students I never would have met otherwise. I learned about tutoring pedagogy. I was working in summer bridge programs. I was working with amazing mentors and teachers who really cared about students. And I had the opportunity to sit in writing classes as a tutor, to watch professors teach writing to students, to work with students side by side while they were in the classroom. And that just made me realize there is so much that can happen in writing classes. I was seeing that modeled right in front of my eyes. I would talk with my colleagues about how we could transform teaching and learning and why writing was so critical to education. And that just kind of set it for me. I wanted to be involved in writing instruction or writing tutoring. So that's why I'm here today.
Thank you for sharing that, Katherine. Your story makes me sad, but it's also one that is far too common of an experience when we engage in these assignments or assessments with full steam, full heart, full on hustle, and all we get is something that's short of our effort. And oftentimes that can really send us down in this like rabbit hole of feeling like we don't belong, or feeling like we're not worthy or not valued, or we just don't fit, right? So that really resonated with me. A little bit about my story. I worked a bunch in hospitality, so retail, food and beverage, event planning in 3 different countries. After that type of work, I realized I wanted to come back to the Bay Area and start a career in tech, but I didn't have a college education. So I started at Foothill Community College, and my initial goal was to become a software engineer. Through the student-centered professors, faculty, and staff at Foothill, and through genuine learning, I was able to get 2 technical internships. But shortly after, I realized at my technical internships, those problems that I saw um, were going to be solved regardless of my individual contribution. And that has to do with one, not being advanced enough in that discipline. And two, I just think like whether or not the next self-driving car is going to be on the market is not really going to be determined by my intellectual contribution. However, all at the same time, I was in these classrooms and in these classes where I worked in many tutoring spaces at Foothill. So Pass the Torch, EOP, TLC, and the Foundations Lab in the STEM Center. Um, and working with students, quickly realized there's a huge difference between transactional service to transformational service. So I have felt that I've been incredibly lucky to have encountered people like Katherine herself and the people that I've encountered in my life that have extended really transformational service towards my journey in finding a sense of belonging and finding purpose that I just could not do at a tech company, or that I just could not do at Nordstrom's, and that I just could not do at In-N-Out. I value those types of services and those sectors of work. But what became blatantly clear from my life was a lot of students are in pain. A lot of students don't have a sense of direction, and a lot of students are hungry for justice. It's a controversial topic, but um, that is a little bit of why my story is where I am today, like why I'm still pursuing higher education. Had it not been for the people that I met at Foothill, I'm almost confident I would not be still pursuing an undergraduate degree. So I am here. I am here to serve you all and help you find authentic learning to be wonderful, joyful, and fulfilling.